hammer. What?
Okay. That's different.
Max headroom's what I mean.
It's a little different this morning. A little Thor's hammer. It is Monday, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? You know?
Do it.
Yeah, baby. Thor's hammer in the house. Welcome to Lone Officer Breakfast Club, everybody. Glad to have you here, my friends. Ken Woodland getting into it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's cool, man. All right, Mr. Frank Seaman in the house. Good to see you there. Jerry McGuire's with us as well. Man, all right. Sarah Beers, right? Best last name in the world. Sarah Beers is with us. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lone Officer Breakfast Club, my friends. Julio Figueroa, what's going on, my man? What's happening? Unmute, man. Let's talk to you real quick. What's going on? Where are you located, man? What's happening?
Yeah, good morning. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Are you really?
Man.
Yeah, I'm from Puerto Rico.
Are you there right now?
Yeah,
Nice.
I live here.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Very, very cool. Doing mortgages out there, huh?
I follow you all the mornings.
Oh,
Wow.
wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Cool. How long you been in the business?
Yeah, it's very good. I've been here in 23 years.
23 years. Oh,
Yeah.
cool, man. Right on. Well, man, thanks for showing up. Glad to have you on the show. You've been watching us for a while. You've been coming here for a little while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
I'm a loan officer here in different lenders.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to give you a t-shirt. Why not? I don't know how you're going to get it, my friend. I don't know if we can send it to Puerto Rico, but you're getting a Lone Officer Breakfast Club t-shirt. You know, congratulations, man. Awesome. You know, it's going to be nice to have some branding in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? It's going to be nice to have some branding there. All right, let's see. Well, before we get started, there is one thing I have to do, Kristen. Don't worry. I'm not gonna spotlight you. I know that's what you were thinking right now, but I am gonna spotlight John because the hat.
That's the best
Nice.
spotlight ever. Good morning,
Yes.
John.
I am
Hi,
digging it,
John.
man. I am digging it. This is a man that's ready to just kick
see you,
butt and
John.
take names later. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Excellent, man. Congrats, John. I love that hat. What's the story behind it? Is there a story behind the hat?
Sure is. I was in a rodeo and I won.
That's a great.
What did
That's a
you-
great
yeah, what did
story.
you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I'm
was
sorry?
what was the event?
It was bunking Broncos.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Is this true story?
Yeah.
So you won a bucking bronco competition in a rodeo.
Yes.
What's even more shocking, it was just last week, wasn't it? Oh, no.
Last week.
Man, that's awesome.
Dude, that is cool. What a great story. What a great way to start the morning. Excellent. Very cool hat, too, man. And congrats on that win. That must have been super cool. Wow, that was a cool way to start the show.
That
Thank
man,
you.
he never ceases to amaze me.
I know. John's awesome. I know. He's awesome. All right. So, okay. So I think before we start the show, we do need to get to some Kristen spotlighting just to, fill it out. So we're just going to give Kristen a cheer, for being here. Thanks. Congratulations and all that kind of fun stuff. I love you, Kristen. All right. So let's get to some wins before we get rocking and rolling here while the people are kind of rolling in, because we got a good thing to go over today. We're going to go over basically, well, I'm not going to spoil it. If you saw the email, you know what we're going over. Oh, speaking of that, before we get rolling here, guys, are you starting to pay attention to the emails that we're sending out daily now? It's really cool. We are providing some industry news in there, and I do pick the stories. I kind of go through and figure out, what should we highlight here? Just so you know, too, with the news stories, guys, on the emails, we're not trying to be biased in any way. We're just trying to say this is what's out there. So it's good, unbiased, just information that you might be able to make use of in your marketing, that kind of a thing, right? Or just be informed, that sort of thing. Also, on the Lone Officer Breakfast Club website, loneofficerbreakfastclub.com. If you go there at the top nav bars, we have replays now, so you can catch all the replays. They're always a day behind, just so you know, they're a day behind. And then also there's in the news. So just the news that's going out on the email is on the website. There's just news there. You can maybe make use of that, copy, paste, whatever, just get informed, that kind of a thing. So I want to make sure you guys are all aware of that. Have you guys seen that at all? Have you seen it? Anybody yet? No? Just check the emails when they come out. They come from Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Loan Officer Breakfast Club. We send them every single day. Okay, so let's get into some wins, man. Let's get into some wins. Who's got a win from last week that they didn't share last week that they feel like they just can't go without out sharing? Come on, man. The replays. Let's see. The replays has a monthly cost. No, it not. They don't. Yeah, we've changed that. There's not a monthly cost for the replays. They're absolutely free. The email goes out every day, and you'll see yesterday's replay. So today, when the email goes out, you'll see Friday's replay, right? And then in sequence going forward from there. And so on the emails, we did talk about what today's going to be about. And we did have someone in the Facebook group respond to a question that I posed, and we're going to go over that, but we'll get to that in a second. So Melissa, got your hand up. What you got?
I got my first contract over the weekend
This is your very first one
with my new company. Yes.
with your new company. All right. Well, congratulations.
Great
And
job,
I got my Loan
Melissa.
Officer Breakfast t-shirt.
Wearing the t-shirt. Congratulations
That's
again.
why she got her first contract, probably.
Great stuff. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So you made a transition and now you got things rolling. So that's
Yes.
good. Yeah. Okay. How long you been in the business though? You're pretty experienced, or?
Yeah, I've been licensed for 4 years. My first
Okay.
year I was a junior, so it was just lots of applications. And then for the next 3 years, I wanted to kind of see what happened behind the scenes. So I was an
Yeah.
LOA. And then this year I decided to take the risk and go off on my own and do all the
Excellent.
things myself.
Just this year.
January 2025, I made the decision.
Oh, okay. And is that when you switched the companies as well? So you
March, I found
March.
my new company. Yeah,
Okay.
Homespire, which has
Good.
been
All
wonderful.
right.
That's
Great,
my
great.
girl.
Man,
Love her.
so just working the plan. You got a contract in, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Great. It's a terrific
It
win.
works.
Thanks, Melissa.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for sporting the LOBC shirt, man. Looks good. Looks
Of
real
course,
good.
I'm excited. My husband loves it. He's obsessed.
Well, that's what happens. There's it's almost a mystical power in these shirts. It's a trip. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with it. We've gone over that many times, right, Steve? I mean, you got to be careful when you wear that shirt. A
All
lot
the
of things can
features and
happen. You
benefits.
just-
Too many to list.
It might
Too
need a
many-
warning sign that comes with it, Frank.
I
like
think
a-
we
like
should put a
little
piece
bit
of
a
paper in
label.
there.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
the warning,
Disclaimer.
side effects, right? All that stuff.
Great
Exactly.
clients, high loan amounts, high
Right,
credit
yeah.
scores, low DTI, money in the bank. They'll pay
Right.
extra to work with you. They don't
Right.
rate shop.
All
I
the
mean,
things.
they're just
Increased
so many
per-
benefits.
People-
Yeah,
come.
increased
Yeah.
popularity, all these things. It's
Reduced
just insane.
conditions.
Right. I
like it.
Yeah, that's why they're so coveted for sure. Yeah. Okay, let's get to Vicky Porter. What do you got,
What's up,
Vicky?
Vicky?
Come on.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi. So yeah, I don't have one of those amazing shirts yet.
Well, let's hear the win. What do you got? Fortunately, I'm the gatekeeper. I don't see Carl White here, so it could be just an extraordinary t-shirt day. It really can. So, what do you got?
So I called a realtor since February and I left messages and I finally called him again last week and he's like, oh my gosh, I meant to call you back. And I told him that I have doctor loans. And he's like, my wife works at a hospital. And I said, well, what if we did a co-branded flyer? So it's a huge hospital just off the freeway in Daytona, and she's going to take the flyers to all the break rooms.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
I'd say that's a pretty good win. Congratulations, my friend Vicky. And you know what? Yeah, I think you're t-shirt worthy. Congratulations, Vicky Porter. Man, we're 2 t-shirts away already this morning, given away this morning. That's good stuff. Wow, good stuff, man. Excellent. Yeah, I love it. Okay, Connecticut Crusher, you got your hand up. What you got? And then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of today.
So the Connecticut Crusher is in Florida, and I have been trying really hard to build my business down here. I met with a title company, which we don't have in Connecticut, and we had a great visit. It was about an hour. We're going to do a postcard to her database, which is all Florida, and I have 2 appointments next week with agents down here in Sarasota. And it's simply with me just reaching out, sharing their posts, and just organically friending them on Facebook, Instagram, etc. And one of them reached out to me. So I was like, wow, that's insane. So Trying to build my business down here. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm out enjoying a beautiful walk this morning.
Well, so basically, so you got in with a title company, and that came just through doing some social media, just by liking them and stuff.
The title company I have done some closings with already.
Okay.
So we had, so she knew who I was. I told her
Yeah.
I was coming down. I said, could we meet? And like I had mentioned when we met that I was working with a coach,
Yeah.
and she wanted to hear all about that. So a lot of it was just me explaining what I've been doing. And then I said, hey, why don't we do this? She goes, I'm not even sure where to start. So I'm even though she's been in business a long time, she isn't organized. So I'm helping her get organized. And then I said, why don't we do a postcard and to your database, which now puts me in front of 500 Florida residents. You know what I mean? That's
Interesting.
not even my database. So I do need to
Yeah.
check with my compliance to make
Yeah,
sure that
sure.
that's going to be okay. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
So
And hell,
did you connect with this title rep because you're doing Just Ask Tuesdays? You had a deal going, so you connected. Is that where it came from? Or I'm just curious.
I did, because everybody's been talking about title companies. Well, we don't have those. We have attorneys, and
Yeah.
we all know attorneys don't really want to talk to us. But
Yeah.
but the paralegals do, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the paralegals really do appreciate the updates. At first, they were like, "Why are you calling? Is there a problem?" Like, no, just calling to give you an update. So that has been very well received. And I thought, well, if I'm trying to build Florida, let me call the one title company that I've been doing business with. She knows me, I know her. Not a lot of business, onesie, twosies here and there.
Yeah.
But, I figured it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be down here for a month and not in Connecticut, I gotta make it worth it. Every phone call has to be, gotta ask for the business, gotta, you know what I mean? You have to ask for
Yeah.
the business. I gotta make it worth it if I'm gonna be down here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
good stuff, man.
yeah.
Way to go. I dig it,
Happy
man.
Monday.
Yeah, same to you, and great wins, and yeah, getting down to Florida, actually go, let the rubber meet the road down there a little bit and meet some people. That's the way to get some business in the door. There's no doubt, man. So
Luckily, I have a very supportive husband who is
yeah.
taking care of my 92-year-old mother, bless his heart.
Mm.
And she likes him way more than she likes me. But
Of
also,
course.
someone that I did close down here, that he bought a $1.2 million home. His wife is an agent. She's someone else that I've been just sharing her posts and stuff.
Yeah.
And he contacted me Saturday night and said, a birdie told me that you're down here. Let's meet for drinks. So
Nice.
I'm going to try to set that up today too. So
Nice.
going to hit the
Nice.
ground running this Monday.
Wonderful. Great stuff, Joanne. Thank you. Good stuff, man. And that's pretty nice because you're in Connecticut. So come wintertime, it'll be nice to have that book of business in Florida.
It's always nice to be in Florida.
Yeah. So because weather
Yeah.
can be a hindrance, obviously, in the snowy states. So if you get that where you're at, so yeah, good stuff, man.
Hey,
Excellent stuff.
Frank, before you
Yeah.
move on, Mike Callens wants to share a win.
Okay,
Mike Callens, where are you at?
come on, let's go.
I'm here. Can you guys hear?
Yeah, Mike Collins. Oh, what's up, brother? Yeah, go.
Perfect. Hey guys. So been really leaning hard on the builder business, and kind of going at these different builder locations. One of my builders moved down to South Carolina, one of my reps, and now we've established a foothold there, and I've got 6 contracts in hand from those guys. Additionally, a bigger one here in Maryland, Southern Maryland. I've probably called this lady a dozen times, and good conversations 2 or 3 times, messages, emails, the whole bit. And here she sent me a contract this weekend, something they couldn't do that we could. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Yay!
Enough phone calls, 100 phone calls this weekend. Happened to catch her. She called me back, texted me the whole bit. Can you do this? And darn it, we can. It's just awesome. So
gosh darn it. Yeah, gosh darn it. Good, excellent job, man. Great work.
Keep at it. Don't stop calling. That's the answer.
Yeah, especially on the builder side, and that's a great way to do it. You just got to stay consistent, huh, Mike? Just stay consistent with them, and then eventually something will pop up. They can't do it. They think of you. You've been there.
That's it.
And that'll be your foot
don't
in the
stop
door.
when it doesn't calls. Honestly, I mean, keep going because sometimes it's 15 or 20, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great
another
stuff.
message, another message. Yeah, that's all.
Great stuff. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Awesome. Great wins today, man. Well, let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Kristen's
Corner, man. Got a corner. What's going on, Kristen?
Hey, this is kind of this is a Frank and Kristen corner because this all stemmed from a Facebook post that you put in the Breakfast Club group last week. So yeah, you asked, what are the top three things you're struggling with right now? And one of the first answers was from Anthony. And I thought this was a really good one to kick around. Rate shoppers and converting applications to PALs. Some of my prospects don't apply, and some of them apply but don't follow through with the documents. I don't really work an application until I have docs. I'm curious to hear, what is your average pull through from referrals to PALs? So let's talk about that one.
What's the guy's name again?
Anthony Sarud. I hope I'm pronouncing
I don't know
it.
if Anthony's here. If you are, raise your hand. If you're here, you might not be. But if you are, Anthony, don't pop up in the chat or raise your hand.
Absolutely.
Because I'd like to get more details. But Steve, this sounds to me. It sounds to me, Kristen, what's your thoughts on this? The way it sounds to me is like he's getting some leads. I'm getting the sense that maybe what he's doing is he's sending the link for the application, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have those details, but
we don't have it. But
yeah.
it kind of feels that way. Like maybe he's sending the link because he's saying some apply.
Yeah.
And then and some don't. And then those that do, they don't necessarily follow through. Yeah. To me, it's like I'm feeling like it's a ghosting thing, right? Like it's. Yeah. Like I'm getting a lead in, but then I'm getting ghosted by the lead. And Steve, we were hoping we could turn to you on this today and see what your thoughts are on it. Because I know we have some assets in Mortgage Marketing Animals website, Kristen will show us, that can help with this in a big way. But just if you've
ever been to a boot camp, and maybe a shameless plug for the next one coming up, but Steve walks through this process in depth, and to hear him go through I call it the sales fulfillment process, but you might have a better name for it, Steve. Yeah. That's immediately what came to my mind.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, and it's the 5 steps of sales fulfillment. So, hey, and if I get it right, what he's saying a couple of things. My phone calls are not converting to completed applications. And then he said, I'm having a challenge with rate shoppers. So, I mean, there's kind of a whole lot in that. But here's what, I'd love to hear what people are doing to convert. What I always found was this. If I can get 85% of a relationally referred lead to complete an application, we felt like that was really, really, really strong, Frank. Now, I know there are some people, I have a friend, Jen, and she does every loan application, literally in person or over the phone. Her conversion's like 96, 97%.
Yeah.
But what we found was, especially in metro areas where you're texting them a link because they say, hey, I can't do it right now. Send me a link. I'll finish it up tonight. 85% or better, you're crushing it. And here's what people are really looking for, because I'm always looking at this, Frank, when somebody gives me a name and number, is that person motivated? Sometimes somebody will say, hey, Frank, I got somebody, why don't you call these people? Then you call them, and no answer. But they weren't really motivated. What you're really trying to decipher is, are the people that are moving forward motivated? Like, are they really interested in buying a house? Or is this just a name and number that an agent or somebody gave me to follow up? And we don't know if there's motivation, because they're 2 different types of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If somebody
Totally.
says, hey, look, I'm trying to buy a house, then about 85% of those should be converting into completed apps. And here's what I would say. The purpose of the first call is to get the client to complete the loan application, loyalty lift the agent, and then schedule the 30-minute loan consultation. And if you do those 3 things, what happens is, Frank, hey, man, it's great to talk to you. Who referred you to me? How'd you meet them? What'd they tell you about me? You do your little thing. And you say, well, it's very, very simple to get started. Number 1, we want to complete the application, which gives us the information to help walk through mortgage options for you. Number 2, we're going to schedule your 30-minute loan consultation. That's it. That's the purpose of the first call. And then when you do the loan consultation, the purpose of that handles number 2, what he said, the rate shopper. See, however you do your loan consultation, The name of the game is to gain commitment. What happens is we're assuming they're working with us, but what would happen if at the end of every loan consultation you asked a very simple question that literally defined whether somebody was committed to working with you or not? And for us, Frank, it's, hey, Frank, is there anything at this point that would prevent me from being your lender? And that one question divides people that are either loyal or people that are going to shop. And listen, it's okay. Some people are going to shop, but at least it's my choice to chase them or to let them go and go get more. But I think what you're looking for is you got to start with where the leads are coming from. Are they just names and phone numbers? Are they motivated clients looking to purchase a home? And then from the ones who are looking to purchase a home, am I getting 85% of them to complete apps?
I love it, man. That's good information. I know we've got a lot more information.
Oh, there's 5 steps. Yeah, it's first phone call, loan consultation, pre-approved and looking, the mortgage refresh, and then the lock-in handoff call. If you get those 5 steps in your business, brother, it removes 99% of the chaos.
And the ghosting, right? It's going to remove. Oh yeah, it's going to take care of the ghosting. Yeah. Kristen, can you show that in the website just for members if they're not familiar with where it is?
Hey, and they're about 18
I'd like them
minutes
to know.
each. Yeah. And then we just run through the scripting, and it's very, very simple, but even your teams can lean into it. If you got a front-end loan officer assistant or pre-approval specialist, the name of the game is this: you don't close on the first call. Your first call leads to the next step. All I want to do is lead the client to their clear next step so that they stay connected and they're making progress through the whole loan process.
Do you want me, Frank, did you want me to share my screen? I put a screenshot of it in the chat, but I can share my screen real quick if you want.
Yeah. Share the screen real quick. I just want members to make sure they know exactly where to find it. And then if you're not a member, just let you see that we have this resource in the website for you. So it's in scripting. Okay. So scripting on the left. I got it. All right. And then it's the, the 5 parts of sales fulfillment. There it is. Right. Okay. So it's in scripting. Okay, good. So that's right in the website there. So for members, if you need to brush up on that, if you're struggling with that same sort of ghosting issue and getting the app in and, scheduling those consultations, that kind of thing, that is where you find it. So for those of you that are not members, we would just simply direct you to dailysuccessplan.com. We'll throw that link in the chat too. Just have a conversation with us at the main office to see what else is in there for you. But let's kick this around a little bit more. So we got Chauncey and Sarah with their hands up on this topic. So Chauncey, go ahead.
I want to piggyback off what Steve said. I follow those 5 steps and they work tremendously. The step that was weird for me personally was the 5th step, was the question you ask at the end, because it's kind of like, do you really want to ask the client that in regards to, is there any other additional question that would prevent me from being a lender? It feels weird at first, but what it does is it actually sets a standard that you're a professional, you vary your time and the client's time. And then usually I think I'm at about 96% where I don't get shocked after I ask that question. I don't know what took me so long to ask it, but when you ask it, trust me, it works. It feels very, very weird because you're like, oh, I don't want them to think that I'm saying that they got. But you let them know, and there's a second piece too that I don't want to steal Steve's thunder on that. There's a second piece too that after you say it, it's something that you follow up with that, and you let them know that you're going to let your entire team is now. Once they commit to you, you let them know that your entire team is available to them to help them throughout the rest of the process. Because a lot of people don't know that we don't get paid when we unless we close a loan. Right. We say those things out loud. It feels very weird, but now it's part of my normal script. So if you follow those 5 steps that Steve talked about, trust me, it works. Another thing I want to piggyback on is that if you're struggling on getting the application, find out how you're getting them. What I make mandatory, and this sounds very, very strong when I say mandatory, it's mandatory that it's a warm call. Please don't just start a group chat. I'm talking about from the realtors. Don't just start a group chat. Hey, I'm introducing this person. 10 times out of 10, they're doing that with 4 of the lenders. I'm telling you right now what's happening. So they have the 4 of the lenders, okay? Have them, when they're on the phone with their client or they're in front of their client, they're referring to you, they need to call you. That helps with the transition with voices, not just some random link for an email. It's not just a random text message like, okay, this is a person I trust. They called you on the line. Hey, I have client X, Y, and Z on the phone. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? How can I help you? That helps the entire thing with completing the application and getting a warm, I call it a warm transfer, right? 71% of people, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think it's 71% of people work with the first lender they speak with. I believe
like
it's 71%.
79, like 78, 79.
Higher,
78,
79.
79%. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for correcting me on that.
Yeah.
If you get that warm call, that just puts you to the top of the list, right?
Mhm.
You're not just another person, you're a human, that their realtor's trusting for you to take care of them. So I would suggest if you're having that issue, talk to your realtor, say, hey, is it possible that you can just get me on the line with them so we can do a merge call and just speak to get to know each other? And then that's when you'll be able to set up your appointment. When I see that, I have like a 95% show up rate to my mortgage consultation. Just little pointers I'm going to help you all out with there.
Good. Thanks, Chauncey.
Hey,
Appreciate
and Frank,
it.
let me say something. Chance, thanks for that, man. And I love that you're implementing, because look, it's a process that creates predictable income. You know, we tend to just be naturally good, but the more you can make every step of what you do in originating loans a process, the more predictable the outcomes are. Hey, and one thing I was going to say too, because I'll hear this, hey, I don't want to do a loan consultation if they didn't complete the app or upload documents. My encouragement would be show up to that scheduled loan consultation, and while you got them in that 30 minutes, just complete the loan app over the phone and then rebook them for the next day so that you'll have enough time to review the information. But I wouldn't keep kicking a consultation down the road. Take the consultation, and if they hadn't completed the app, do it over the phone. If they didn't upload the docs, tell them we're going to base it on everything we see. However, something could change based on what we go through in the documentation.
Right. Yeah.
Don't keep kicking it down the road. The name of the game is get them into the consultation to ask for commitment so that you can keep taking the next steps.
Great stuff. So before we get to Sarah, hey, listen, guys, if you're not a member, you can go to dailysuccessplan.com. But if you're interested, you could also just say, just put if you're not a member and you want to learn the 5 steps, you want someone to go over the 5 steps with you, just put yes in the chat. Just put yes in the chat. We'll find a way to reach out to you, and we'll connect with you and talk to you about that. Okay, Sarah, what you got?
Okay, sorry, apologies for no camera, just getting ready for the day, but I just wanted to say 2 things. As far as the rate shoppers go, and I've heard a lot of folks have this concern lately just because of the environment that we're in. And what I have learned and believed is that the way we catch our clients is the way we keep them. And so as a result, if we're trying to win the deal based off of rates, we're going to pretty much lose every time. We're always going to be up against somebody else. There's always somebody who's better, but for us, it's about being different. And what I've learned through being a part of the calls and being a part of the coaching and everything that MMA has taught me is that it's about educating our clients, and those loan consultations, like Steve said, takes out the chaos. And when we do it the same way every time, we don't leave room for error. We don't leave room for a misstep on doing the consultation with the 5 steps of the fulfillment. We do it the same way every time. So that gives me the confidence knowing that I've done the script, I've done the part I need to do. And then at the end of the day, I can say, okay, I did my best and my best was good enough. And not because it's a cop out, but because it really is saying, like, look, I'm doing the steps that I know I need to take. I am checking the boxes. I'm doing the call the same way every time. But again, it takes out that chaos and it takes out that question for, did I do this the right way? And so if you haven't listened to the 5 steps to sales fulfillment, that's what radically changed my business. I'm with Chauncey. Like, I used to have a different process for every time. And the key for me on getting the documents, and the key for me was explaining the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval letter. So I just reminded the client, it's more powerful if I can give your agent a pre-approval letter. That's what the listing agents are looking for, is knowing that I have approved you based off of the information that you've provided. Now that means your offer is stronger and it makes you more competitive. So again, having that consultation and giving them that expectation of why we need the documents, telling them what's in it for them and why it's a benefit for us to get their documents. And then before hanging up off of that initial phone call, every single time I talk to a client, I schedule the next appointment. Even when I do the 30-minute loan consultation, I give them the expectation. Next Thursday, you'll be getting a call from me to check in and see how things are going. It is, again, this is the number one thing that I've done to change my everything, to change my life, really.
Wow.
And it sounds dramatic, and I don't mean for it to, but going from, I think last April, I had maybe 4 loans close, maybe more. I don't know. I'm thinking it was on the lower end, but yeah, this month, I mean, currently we're around 25 loans in the pipeline for April and May. So it's definitely made a big difference. Highly, highly recommend all the steps.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you, Sarah. Always a pleasure, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for that input. People are really responding to that in the chat. Don't forget, yeah, if you're not a member, you want to learn about the 5 steps, just put yes in the chat. Drop it in there. We'll reach out to you. Sharon, what do you got? And we'll try and wrap this thing up today.
Just one of the things that, unless I heard it wrong, that Kristen had read about the post was that Anthony did not work on applications until he had all documents.
Right.
Did say
And
that.
I think that's where he's losing his conversion, is that he's not exciting the customer, he's not talking to the customer, he's not pursuing the customer right there at the time he has them on the phone. Let's get it pre-approved. Just like Steve said, let's base it on what you've told me. Let's go ahead and you provide me this information and capture him right then and make it easy for him and get him excited right then about what he can do. Now, here's what you can do based on what you've told me. So let's go ahead and finish up this application.
I like it. Good stuff, man.
I think you
Good
got to
job,
make it
Sharon.
easy for the buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Wow. Well, what a great show. I mean, it was a good one, man. I think a lot of people were, kind of struggling, or many probably are struggling with this a little bit. And I think this shed a lot of light on it. And then we got a lot of people, Kristen, in there saying, yes, yes, yes. They want to learn more, Jen. So I guess we'll reach out, find a way to reach out to those folks and, walk them through the 5 steps. Yeah. So great stuff, man. Well, good, man. Anything else before we get out of here? Oh, tomorrow.
Can I just add a quick something?
Yeah, go ahead, Jen. What
If
do you
you
got?
guys are already a member and you want to learn more about this 5-step thing, give us a call at the office. Schedule some time on mine or Meg's calendar. We will run you through this, get you through it and get you on your way with that. Yeah, you don't
love
need
it.
to.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, and we got our blitz on Wednesday. So just reminding everybody, got the blitz. So we're doing another Call Stars blitz.
Right.
It's going to happen Wednesday. Hey, do they have to be a member to be a part of that?
They do.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, that one day alone would be worth it. So
yeah.
If you want to know more about that, put in there too. Yes, but it's going to be great. So Wednesday, it's going to be our Call Stars blitz for this month. That's
for 50 conversations
in one day, and 50 asks for the business, and I'm super excited about it because last time 44% of the people answered the phones on a warm list, and 18% of the conversations gave a relational referral. Killer day, killer results. You be a part of it Wednesday. So
Hey, Steve, I was talking to a member last week who we were talking about the last blitz.
Yeah.
She ended up getting 3 refinances that day. Closed over $1 million from that one day.
One day.
That's all good. Every 3 million helps.
That's it.
Or a million. Every million helps. 3 million too. Yeah. Hey, tomorrow on Breakfast Club, guys, we're going to have a special guest, Jill Satterfield. She's going to be going over the art of persevering. The art of persevering. So Jill's going to be on tomorrow. I don't know if she's here with us today, but she'll be here tomorrow. So don't miss that. All right. So anyways, I think that we are probably good to go for today. What do you guys think?
Let's
think
do
we're
it.
good?
Yeah. What are we gonna do today?
Oh, well, that's a great question. We're going to do Thor's. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, Thor's, what are we doing today, guys? So, look, we're going to talk to the agents that are already given us business. That's our focus 40. Hopefully, we got about 40 people on that list. Check in with see how the weekend went. If they got anybody we can work with for them this week, right? Then we're going to follow up on the people that we've had meetings with. Check in with them that we are not getting business out of them yet. Check in with them, same thing. See if they've got anybody we can help them with this week. And then after that, we're going to go set new appointments. And that is the Thor's Hammer, which is what this song is all about, you guys. You guys have a great day. We'll be back here tomorrow at Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Listen, man, connect with us at the main office. Learn those 5 steps. Become a member. Trust me, it's going to change everything for you. You guys have a great day. See you tomorrow at Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.